English, a language that's considered the most important and the most used by youth today. Why do we say that English is widely used and important in youth people? It must be said that we're taking part in a constant development of the world. We need to adapt, and the best way is by learning a second language. English is a very easy language for some people and difficult for other people. We're constantly expressing, learning and interacting with this language in different aspects of daily life. But what does all this explanation derive from in the context of childhood and youth? It's important to note that young people are constantly learning and understanding English. Right now, in schools and educational institutes, it's mandatory to teach and learn a second language, and the most recognized is English. Children and young people are appreciating the role of this language. They are aware of the advantage that they can have in their life, from saying hello to having long and productive conversations with your own social and work environment. However, it is impossible to leave English just as a language of opportunity and guaranteed success. So, what are we doing in our school and educational institutes so that English deserves the recognition and attention that it has been given internationally? We should only change the strict and theoretical forms of teaching into more interactive strategies, implementing practices that allow visual, auditory, and social interaction. The teaching of these languages isn't reflected so much in theory, but in audiovisual interactions between people. Finally, we must understand that English is always the most influential language and that is useful for young people and children. Must learn it and transmit it to future communities.
In the last 10 years, the social media rises as the most important means of communication in daily life and has become a phenomenon without precedent, creating the possibility for the people to meet online and establish a dynamic exchange based on friendship, interests, and common activities. It's considered as a social tool that connects people with their friends or others who live or work near them. The fast growing of the social media system had a great impact on the world. Overall, it has founded a new type of culture, where at the moment of social interaction between its protagonists, it reconfigures the social sphere, the knowledge production, and the personal relationships. These social media, because of its nature, make up an open system which is being built from what every subscriber contributes, turning the group into a new one. This interaction is based on the use of technological gadgets designed for the creation of communities where the instant communication enables an exchange of ideas, rejoining with people, and share information in different ways. Also are used by big companies and organizations to advertise their products and services, opening a closer encounter with their clients. For its nature, the deployment of available networks for every taste, ages, and interests privileges ones more than others, which it can be confirmed looking at their use and management. Among the most used are listed Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, which it lets you post your personal information, send and read messages, and share pictures. And more, this social media increases its number of users getting added among youth and teenagers. In the internet, more than 50% of the sites are in English, and more than 300,000 users factors use this language daily to communicate in the social media. The auditing firm GNIP did a study in 2016 where it found out that on Twitter, nearly 200,000 users speak English, and 78% of them speak it as their second language. The language is life, and it is inevitable that words from other languages enter in our vocabulary, and English, thanks to the social media and the internet, is one of those who has contributed most of the expressions to social and cultural phenomena in these last years. The social media is full of English expressions that we all have to learn to stay on it. That's why the popularity of acronyms like OMG, FYI, or LOL are more and more common, and all of them come from the English. The popularity of Anglicisms has led to the Academy to add certain words because of its massive use. That's why in Spanish we talk about marketing, we take selfies, we use our smartphones, and hire a life coach to help us reach our goals. English is the language of social media, and it is vital to master it to follow the conversation.
What factors influence English learning? Self-esteem, sociocultural level, and geographic location are determining factors in the learning process, as these can lead to large difference in opportunities in students versus the acquisition of a foreign language, in this case English. The first factor is the influence of self-esteem on English language learning, as this is a key element in the communicative skills of subjects. We could consider it as even the concept of self-image. Self-esteem can become a direct influence on learning and academic performance. The second agent is the sociocultural level, which can significantly condition the form of learning due to the accessibility that people possess to various resources. In the field of learning of foreign language, as is the case with the English language, the sociocultural level also affects a person, as a high sociocultural level provides greater opportunities to access a greater and more varied amount of service than those belonging to a lower sociocultural level. The service may be directly related to promoting student learning, such as access to the internet and educational software. Geographic location is also considered a determining factor in learning English, as there is a topical notion that this factor influences English learning because if a person does not see English as part of their daily reality, they will not demonstrate interest in learning English. Having said that, we can conclude that the English language is a tool of global communication and a way of accessing greater knowledge at wide range on information and current technologies, which allows to meet the demands of the environment and society. In addition to being a means of communication with other realities, learning English helps to understand and appreciate one's language and culture and the development of cognitive skills.